A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. To throw, Vick. And he's going to go down again. K'Wan Short has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And tip blank, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Dumped this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Newton. And an alley to run. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 42.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Newton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Adrian Claiborne able to record his 5th sack of the season. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. McCaffrey following the penalty. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Panther football to start quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Now here's Vic. He finds an opening past the 40. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
He had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Let's go now. 54. Now to what? 54. I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Rotate.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Come on, set. Time to the ending. Mark 4. 22.
On 2nd and 12, Vick. And Jones has it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go, defense. Great. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Mike 59. Mike 59.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Vick will look to throw on 1st down. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike Part 9. Watch the run. They're running it. Slam, slam. Neutral, poker.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Watch the car. Watch the car. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch twist.
Third and short yardage. Vick. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be out of bounds.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
It's legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And Vick's throw there, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Vick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike's by 4. Get ready.
They'll throw again. Here's Vick. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 4th down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Check, 59. Pick me up. Here we go. Kill. Hop on. He's coming. We got double up. Watch out.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the draw, this will be Freeman. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike's 59. Watch the slant. Check. Let's go. Come on. Switch.
From the gun, Vick. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Delta. Mike, check. 59. Hold up. Watch the run. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Throwing, Vic. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Alert. 3 down. Check.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this has been a familiar sight all out.